Now I've been painting and I've run into some problems, mainly because I've been a little, or probably a lot too hasty in letting the paint dry. Also, I don't have a warm place for it to dry. I can't paint the parts and bring them inside because of the thinners and everything, and it's not too smart to paint outside when it's snowing. And that's what it's doing in Wally World right now. It's snowing, but I don't care because this is practice anyway, and I'm not going to hurt anything. But generally, you need heat to dry everything, and you can't bring it inside because of all the toluene and all the bad smells. So what I do is I leave it outside overnight in my curing shed, which is unheated, and then I bring it in after everything is slashed off. And what I've done here, this is and this is for teaching anyway, I've taken my 1000 grit, and generally you won't do this, but you can do it. You can do it with a solid color, but you cannot do it with a metallic color. What I've done is I want to build up the black paint here, but if you can see the light and the dark, the light is where it's smooth and the dark is the low spots. Now, one problem with painting, a lot of people think if they put on a ton of paint that it's just going to smooth everything out, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't work like that. If you have a rough surface with pits and humps, okay, according to physics, the law of matter, if you put on the same amount of matter over the rough surface, all it will do is make your high spots higher and your low spots lower. That's why there's two ways to do this. You could either sand this down a little smooth, which is normally not done, or what you can do is you can leave it like this other side here. And I've only got 2 coats on. My finish coat has not been put on because I ran out of paint. I have to go down and get a couple more cans this morning. You could leave this, and you see how rough it is right here. This is what's called orange peel, because if it was really smooth, this light up here you'd be able to reflect it perfectly. What we usually do is leave your finish kind of like this. If it's metallic, or we never touch the paint. But then what I'll do is I'll put on 2 or 3 good coats of acrylic clear right here. And what the clear will do is the clear will do the same thing the paint does. It will build up the surfaces and everything else. But then what I'll do is I'll sand the clear smooth. And then I'll put on some more clear. And then I'll sand that down. And what I will do is use the clear as my final coat to make this a mirror finish. And that will work. But since I have time, I'm going to just sand down the hard spots right here. And the reason you don't want to do this is 2 reasons. You don't want to do this because if you go through to the primer layer, then you're going to have to repaint it. And that's one thing doing it with a little tiny motorcycle piece. It's another thing when you have a Corvette or a full-size car. You have to do it over. And that's why you don't sand on the paint. With the clear coats and everything. Now, if you look right here, you'll see there's little problems right there. Let's see if we can get that in the light better. You can see the little problems right there, and here, and up here. Okay. Now I'm gonna sand those out a little bit. I'm gonna do it because I have time to do it, and because the smoother that you get your surface, the shinier it's going to be. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? This cat is complete spacehead. I think he was born on acid, LSD or something. He's nuttier than hell. All he does is chew on power cables. What you doing, cat? No, on this front fender, what I had a problem with is I had some dots that were caused by silicone, and I tried to put some spot putty on them, and what happened is the spot putty, the lacquer in it, started to eat the paint and cause rips in the paint, which is my fault because I should have let it dry. But like I said again, you need heat and warmth and time to let it dry, and I cannot bring these into the house because they'll stink the whole house up with the thinners evaporating out of them. So I let them sit outside 12 hours and then I bring them in. Anyway, I sanded down all the problems, and on the back here you can see where you can see the high and low spots. Now I can sand those down a little bit better, and you can see there's kind of a little problem right there. And these will show up in the paint, in the clear coat. Now on lighter colors, it doesn't matter that much. Will you get out of here? Yeah, attack! Attack! Go get him! Go get him! Go get him! Attack! Come on! Go bitch slap him! Bitch slap him! Come on, cat! There you go! Bitch slap him! Good cat! I'm gonna give you a frisky treat. Okay, now that you got bitch slapped, cat. Kitty, kitty, come here. Okay, go get him. Go get him. I'll give you $5. And these are two lady cats, so they actually she did get bitch slapped. All right, so that's where I'm at right now, and these are just interesting lessons that you can pick up. I'm going to bring my Dio over, my Gyro over from my other shop and put it up on my table up here on the outside, and we're going to rip down the whole thing, and I'm going to make a video of that. So if any of you out there own gyros, some of these videos may be helpful to you as far as hands-on visual how to take them apart and put them back together. I don't have a book, but I don't need a book. I just know how to do it by heart, even though I've never done it before. Okay, the painting's coming along. Oh, and I also found a place for the stickers. They're $55, but at least you can't get them from Honda, so at least I was able to find some replacement stickers, and I'm just glad for that. We continue.